For cheap and reliable MT, head over to aoa.com and use coupon code JACOB for 3% off. Antwan Jamison is a two-time NBA All-Star. Although, in some years of NBA 2K MyTeam, it seems like he is one of the all-time greats. Antwan Jamison had a very respectable NBA career, topping out as a 20-point and 10-rebound type of guy, but certain cards that have came in MyTeam history for him have been way beyond what you would expect out of somebody like Antwan. Today, we go over the history of Antwan Jamison in NBA 2K MyTeam. Antwan Jamison received one card in NBA 2K15. It was an Onyx version of him, throwing back to the 2008 and 2009 season. He was only an 87 overall, and if you look at his stats, you can see that he was very mediocre and just kinda average in this game. This was the only version of the card, and according to NBA 2K Central, he was only selling for 11,500 MT by June. So this card was not very big in the game, he wasn't super popular, and I had to absolutely scrub the internet to find a clip of him taking even a single jump shot in this game in 2K15. Thanks to the Hollywood Bud, I do manage to have that clip.
Come on, guys. We can't be standing still out here. Good pass. Jamison! I see you, dog.
Antwan Jamison did not re-enter NBA 2K MyTeam up until nearly 5 years later. This was on April 12th of 2019, he re-entered the game as a pink diamond card. This card on paper looks pretty decent even for a late game card, but the biggest thing about this player is that they gave him base 11, which was absolutely the meta to use in 2K19. Not only did they give him the best jump shot in the game, they also gave him gold limitless range with a slew of other shooting badges. Just a few months later, they followed this card up with a Galaxy Opal. They juiced this card even more by giving him a few extra hot zones outside of the 3-point line. They doubled his Hall of Fame badges nearly and gave him Hall of Fame limitless range. At this point in time, the game cycle was practically over, but he was considered to be one of the top players in the game at the time. Thanks to DBG, we can kind of get a sense of how the community felt about him when this card released.
Opal is legitimately one of the best cards in the game. As soon as I can, he's a card I'm going to be picking up from my own account, and is legit, like, incredible. There's not much more I can say. He does everything. There is nothing bad about Antwan Jamison. Great defender, great post game, really fast, can dunk really well, shoots the lights out, limitless range, and base 11. After really Shaq and Giannis, who are the best two in my opinion, it's wide open for that number 3 spot. Him, KD are similar. It probably all depends on personal preference. In terms of base 11 cards, he's probably the best base 11 card in the game. He can do absolutely everything.
For those of you who don't know, in 2K19, a handful of players had base 11, but the jump shot was just ridiculous on any player that had it. It was super quick for the time and it was nearly impossible to contest out of certain animations. So that made Antwan Jamison one of the most elite cards in 2K19. 2K20 had Antwan Jamison as one of the collector level rewards to start off NBA 2K20. So this card was available practically at launch, and when he came out for the time, he was pretty decent if you were able to get your collector level up that high. The biggest thing to note about this is 2K20, base 11 was good, don't get me wrong, but it was not what base 11 was in 2K19. There was a bunch of other cards that had base 11 throughout this game cycle, and many of them were very decent, but none of them were absolutely elite like they were the year before. He eventually did end up getting a Ruby card as well, and a Galaxy Opal towards the end of the year, but by the time this Galaxy Opal came out, there was many other base 11 cards that were also in the game and did just as good of a job, if not better, than this Antwan Jamison, such as Lamar Odom, Andre Karolinko, and a few others as well. So yeah, base 11 was good last year, don't get me wrong. I used quite a few base 11 players in 2K20 myself, but Jamison was just not the one that I went after. I used Odom, I used AK-47, but you know, they just weren't what they were in 2K19. So yeah, he definitely wasn't a nearly big name in 2K20 like he was in 2K19, but he was still definitely good, and definitely don't want to discredit this card whatsoever. And that brings us to this year's game, NBA 2K21 MyTeam, where we just now got our first glimpse at Antwan Jamison in this game mode. He was just released on January 8th, 2021. The first card we got for him is a Galaxy Opal. So you can get this card by completing the new Domination Heat Check series. It takes 30 games, anybody can play them and receive this free Galaxy Opal. The biggest thing to note is base 11 is no longer in the game, so they did change his lower base to Dante Exum. Nobody else has this jump shot in the game mode, but this is considered a very decent jump shot by park players. I'm hearing it's very similar to base 38, so it's going to be good off the catch. They gave him pro dribble sigs as well, so this card should be very decent for a free Galaxy Opal. Thanks to Bio2K, who has already completed the domination, we can get a little sneak peek at how his jumper looks this year.
Just running a zone and you're struggling to break it while scoring or while shooting, all you got to do is just attack it, man. If we knock down another 3 with Jamison, he's got 19 points already. Let's go, Jamison. Another, like, he has the best release in this game. I'm telling you, he has the best release in this game, and my opponent is out of here.
Thank you guys very much for watching the history of Antwan Jamison in NBA 2K MyTeam. If you guys are new around here, I'd appreciate it if you give me a subscription, dropping lots of new content on the channel, and also have many other history ofs out on my channel currently. If you guys want to drop me a follow on any of my other socials such as Twitch or Twitter, the links for those will be in the description as well. Once again guys, it's Unbeatable Jacob. Very much appreciated you guys sticking this one out to the end, and I will see you soon.